Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Al, the neighborhood economist, and you are now tuned in to Crypto Joe. Of course, you guys know a cup of Joe is a cup of coffee. My kids actually got me this mug for Christmas. It's my go to mug. I got a few of them. I'm not like coffee mug crazy, but I have a few coffee mugs. Nothing out of the ordinary. They're pretty simple. But again, this is my go to. So you guys pull up a cup of coffee and we're gonna do a rundown of some crypto news that's going on. Some great content coming up. So real quick, uh, for you guys who are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. This is the Ticker official Ticker Apparel channel, and just to let you guys know the mission of Ticker Apparel, it's a huge humanitarian, life changing mission, and that is to close the wealth gap in the United States through crypto assets and fashion. And so, real quick, let me share my screen so you guys can see the. I thought I already had it. Yeah, I think I got it. I got it up. Cool. Boom. Here we go. Let me go to the website. So this is the Ticker Apparel website. I gotta do some updates to it, but just real quick, guys. Let me see. Cool. We can scroll up and down. All right. So right now we have our 4 premium T-shirts available. The cool thing about Ticker Apparel is that with every purchase you make on the website, and these prices are going up because yesterday's prices are not today's prices. These actually launched in October, and of course, a lot has happened since then, inflation and everything. So, if you guys want a T-shirt now, you better go get it for this price before it goes up really soon. That said, when you make a purchase on the Ticker Apparel website, you get 10% of the gross price back in satoshis, which are fractal bitcoins. So the question becomes, how do we close the wealth gap by doing this? Well, what we're doing here at Ticker Apparel is we've infused the crypto investing, asset investing uh, process into the actual clothing. So unlike some, credit cards and things out there, you got the interest rate working against you. That's not the case here. Every time you make a purchase, you will receive that crypto back. And so over time, you're gonna buy clothes anyway, right? Statistics say the average American spends about $200 a month on clothes, which comes out to about $2,400 a year. And so if you're receiving basically about, what's that, 10% of that is about $240, that might seem like a smaller amount. But I can tell you what, if you put $1,000 in Bitcoin 10 years ago, you'll be a multimillionaire. So 20%, and I think you guys can Google this. I think the math on that, and I'll pull it up. I think the math on that was about, I want to say 7 or 8 million. So 20% of that, it's over $1 million on $240. Now, am I saying that's going to happen again, guys? This is a brand new, never been done before in the history of the universe, where we're returning these crypto assets. But I think it's important, especially for minority groups, specifically for Black people, that we get involved in this. So I'm super excited about Ticker Apparel. Again, this is a soft launch. We got the 4 T-shirts. These are going to move pretty fast. So I encourage you guys to go on and copy your shirt. We'll be working on some community based things in terms of really building a community, because what I don't want to happen is that you guys get your satoshis and then you don't really know what a satoshi is and understand the crypto space. So we'll all be learning together. You guys be invited to the group. It's going to be a great time and a great mission for a great company. Tickerapparel.com. You guys go check it out. Get your shirts today. So with all that being said, let's go here real quick. So we're gonna go do a quick rundown of some crypto news. Got some great content and some interesting content for you guys. Let me see. Uh, just got a text message. My mouse is tripping. What happened to my mouse? Okay, there we go. I'm like, man, what happened? I couldn't see my mouse on my screen. So let me unshare my screen and then reshare it. Cool, guys. So there's some interesting things going on in the crypto space. It's such a fast moving, innovative. I mean, everything that's happening is just, some mind blowing stuff. Of course, you guys know crypto is turning, for the first time in history, right? Crypto is turning really regular, everyday people into millionaires, multimillionaires in a record amount of time. Probably the shortest amount of time of any asset uh, in history, right? So let's take a look at the news. And one thing I wanted to show you guys, really get into first, there was a fundraising. Let me go back up here. So we will kind of touch on this one first. This Twitter joins $20 million funding round for Bitcoin payment provider OpenNode. I mean, it's headlines like this every day with people just piling money into crypto. So it's my understanding, basically, again, OpenNode is going to be a Bitcoin payment provider where they're going to act as an intermediary to be able to allow businesses uh, and merchants to be able to accept Bitcoin in a more efficient fashion. And so, Twitter's in on around $20 million. I think the article said that valued them at about 220 million. Yeah. So if you guys see here, this piece where it says the Series A funding. So the way venture capital works is that you typically have a seed round. So that's the very initial concept. Sometimes there's pre-seed where the business has no traction. It's literally just the idea and the founders pitching it. Investors love it so much, they give the founders some money. Seed round, normally there's a little bit of traction or at least a MVP, which is a minimal viable product where they've kind of gone out into the market and tested it and say, there is something here and they can show investors that. But that's still really early on. For them to get $20 million on that and value the company at 220 million is huge. And so, again, there's stories like this all over the place. And what we're seeing now is the infrastructure is being built. The on ramp is being built to allow us as, people and consumers to really kind of navigate this super highway that's going to be the metaverse and, crypto in general. So it's super exciting. I think, again, especially as Black people, we have to be dialed in on what's happening. So this is not a coin recommendation on this particular segment. I just want to let you guys know what's going on in the space. We're going to talk more about specific coins in another video that you guys will be able to see on the YouTube channel probably a little bit later today. Oh, let me go to this story. This was wild right here. Hipster crypto couple charged in multi-billion-dollar heist. Still have secret stash of 328 million and search the dark web for phony passports, feds say. So this was breaking news on CNBC initially is where I saw it. And so apparently this couple, so there was an exchange called Bitfinex back in 2016, 2017. Got hacked 4 or 5 billion. There was billions of dollars in crypto that just vanished. And so, it was up in smoke, and the people who were involved, people who had invested on that exchange, lost their money. So that's one of the things over the years that have kept and made people skeptical about crypto. Not cryptcoin. What the hell is cryptcoin? About Bitcoin. But I actually think this is extremely positive and bullish for the overall market. And let me explain why I say that. The reason that this is important, the reason that this is big, and I keep telling you guys, regulation is going to come to crypto, but it's going to be a good thing because it's going to help protect the people who want to invest. So it's going to bring more money to the market, more institutional money. They need regulations and parameters to even participate. And then individual investors, people don't want to get scammed by some faceless goon, and now I don't know where my money went. We've heard those stories. You can Google them. There was a guy They had a Coinbase account, and he got a phishing text message. He clicks the link. They then go into they hack his Coinbase account. At this point, his crypto had grew to like 1 million. So he had 1 million in the account of crypto, and they just started transferring the crypto to a wallet outside of his Bitcoin Coinbase account. I think they drained him down to about 300,000 or something, if I recall correctly. Anyway, there was nobody to call. Bitcoin, I mean, Coinbase apologized and then like sent the man $500. That man just lost $700,000. Man, sorry to hear that. Here you go, 500. Nah, that ain't like that. You're not trying to have that happen in the current society. If somebody stick you for any kind of money, you can call the law and they'll take care of it. But this is good because the feds, the federal government, were able to locate this crypto. And so while a lot of these transactions and things happen anonymously, this is the United States government. And I've always found that interesting. Like when you kind of get immersed in the crypto community, people really think that the United States government are just a bunch of mindless dummies. Like you don't become a world superpower without having intel and people in this space. There are people in these Reddit groups, in these chats on YouTube. There are probably even some YouTubers who are working for the feds. Like y'all, these folks are in this space. You're not moving around billions. You got $1 trillion market, and you think the government, not government, but the government, the GUBMET, government. You think the government don't know where this money is? Now, granted, they probably not tracking every single dollar, but they are lurking in the weeds. Just so you know, there's no way, and that's another reason why I think black folks are skeptical. Black folks like, man, ain't no way. Like the government over there doing something, dog. Like they ain't just finna let Negroes come over there and move like that. I'm here to tell y'all, listen, my people, we gotta kind of leave that mindset out of it. This is a real market. This thing is making people changing lives. I mean, changing lives for people who make modest money and who can only invest, excuse me, a modest amount of money. So we got to be engaged. There's huge risk. There's no regulation right now, or extensive regulation. But we got to be involved. Quick pause. Just talking about ticker a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see my shirt. Let me go big screen real quick. This was actually one of the prototype shirts. Let me move my mic out of the way. You guys see it? Y'all see that? It had the ribbing on the sleeves. I had the manufacturer remove that on the shirts that are on the website. So the shirts on the website don't have this ribbon, the sleeve ribbon, and this shirt actually isn't available on the website. I don't know. I might turn this into an NFT or something. This is a special edition. We're not gonna get no more of these, so I don't know. I may surprise throw them up on the website. Once we really get some traction, man, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about the government. But yeah, these folks thought they got away scot free. The government was on it, man. Nah. Now stuck them folks for all that money, and I bet you was some heavy hitters in there too. They were on the government like, hey, y'all need to find out where this money is. So that happened. That's actually really good news to know that as anonymous as crypto may be, and people think it is, that the government is heavily involved. Which, like I said, it's not a as long as people can get in, and there's some parameters to keep bad actors from really just taking advantage of people, but still allowing some, a level of freeness to the market, which is important. Oh, so this is huge news coming up. Let me scroll down here. I gotta go back. But yeah, I thought that was funny when that popped up. There was, see if I can go. Oh, that's my notes over there, y'all. So there's gonna be heavy crypto Super Bowl ads. I didn't look at this Microsoft, but we may go back to that one. But yeah, here we go. Let me go to this. I thought this was big. So the ad spend for the Super Bowl this year, which is actually this Sunday, has exceeded $1 billion, which exceeded what was spent last year. And there are several major players in the crypto space, crypto exchanges specifically, that will have Super Bowl ads. You got FTX, crypto.com, and Binance. Why is that significant? The reason that is, oh, you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. I'm over here doing it and think y'all can see. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Y'all can see it now, I think. Sorry about that. But yeah, again, this is just crypto betting companies to dominate Super Bowl ads. And so going back to what I was saying, you guys can see here that some major exchanges are going to have Super Bowl ads this year. That's huge for a couple of reasons. But even going back to when crypto.com announced the $700 million deal to like take over the naming rights of the Staples Center, that's absolutely, that's just a big thing. Like Staples Center is an iconic arena, especially for the Los Angeles Lakers and really any, acts or musicians that come there. It's always known, it has always been known as Staples for a long time, for as long as I can remember. And for them to come in and put up that kind of money is making a statement. So I'm interested to see what these Super Bowl ads are going to look like. So you guys just keep your eyes peeled. We're going to see Super Bowl if you're watching the Super Bowl. But you can probably see these ads on YouTube as well. But anyway, once they come out, if you're watching the Super Bowl live, you're going to see Super Bowl ads coming to crypto. I mean, crypto is going to be taking over Super Bowl ads. I don't know exactly how many they're going to be, but you got to understand, like for 30-second spots, I don't think this article said it, but you're probably looking at about a couple million. Like when I say a couple million, like 4 or 5 million for a 30-second spot. If you get a minute, you got to double that amount. So just let that sink in. They're doing $1 billion in ads over what, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. That's wild stuff, man. That's super wild. Then there's one last thing I want to discuss with you guys. Let's see if I can find it. Uh, okay, I thought you guys could see I'm over here looking at my notes. PayPal establishes blockchain and crypto advisory council. Let's go to that article real quick. And again, the writing is on the wall. Where'd it go? Here it is. No, that's an interesting one. We may talk about that one a little bit later. Oh, here we go. Now, you guys may or may not know, PayPal is betting heavily in crypto. You can actually, buy crypto. I know you can buy Bitcoin and some of the top 5, top 10 coins on PayPal now. And what PayPal is doing is really building, like other companies, building the infrastructure in order for crypto to be a more prevalent part of their business. So they're beginning to future proof their business now. They see where this is headed, and it's important. Like we get involved, and I understand. Like knowledge is key, and so that's why you're here. And I want to make sure that number one, you guys see what's going on with what the major players are doing. And I'm an advocate for understanding what's actually happening in a marketplace, but I also understand that it's important to listen to the smart guys and the guys with the money in the room. PayPal is a massive company, and what I've learned in life is that you don't have to be the brightest crayon in the box to be successful. I think I'm a pretty sharp person, and I'm a pretty bright crayon. That said, there's a lot of people who are a lot smarter and a lot brighter than I am, and I'm completely comfortable with that. And so I listen to those people. I see how they move. These are the whales of the industry, guys. These are the people, when they jump in the water, they create waves, they create tsunamis, and they're putting and betting a lot of money into this crypto space. So I think it's hugely important to just watch. Like, even if you don't completely understand, and that's part of risk. Like, I think you can't. It's difficult to wait till you get 100% of the information. It just is. Um, but when you see PayPal and Microsoft and you got the crypto companies and exchanges betting all this money, then you got to really pay attention to that. I think you got to pay huge attention to that. And so that's kind of where I am with it. I'm learning, but I'm not waiting to get 100% of the information before I move on something or before I let you guys know, hey, this is what's going on. Now, again, and I probably should have put this disclaimer out at first. What I'm not going to do is give you guys recommendations. Number one, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so I can't do that. But this is edutainment, as YouTube likes to call it. So, there's going to be a little bit of entertainment. Try to make it a little bit, cool, fun to dissect what's a brand new subject and somewhat hard to understand right now. At the same time, like, this is information, especially minority groups, and we as Black people need to be exposed to as much as possible. So we'll get a little bit into equities probably on the next episode. But man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know you got to get to work. Have a great day. And until the next episode, y'all take care. Be blessed. I'm out.